Goodness gracious. Let's see. Yay, Chubby Hubby, you get to be first after all. Jeff claimed the title in the video that didn't work, so Chubby Hubby gets to be first in this one. Let me run over really quick and like my own video. Oh, you guys are so funny. I am having malfunction junction over here today. It's fine. I'm happy about it. It's gonna be what it's gonna be today. But today is one of those like live is gonna be a challenge. Sorry about the noise. Let's see if we can move this tumbler over so I can hang out a little closer to you guys. Perfectly tumbled piece of pet wood on my floor, like polished and everything. I wonder where that came from. Okay, so I have to read the comments over there. Oh, Bear is here today. Hey, Bear. And did Jeff come on over? Okay, so it's holiday break. My kid was out of school the whole last week. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Yes. And he's got my laptop that I usually use to read the comments. So I have them on the TV. I can kind of read them from here on the TV, but I have to like turn my head and maybe even squint. So if I miss saying hello, there's Jeff. If I miss saying hello to anybody or miss any comments, that is probably going to happen today. I apologize in advance. So, okay, let me do something about this mop on top and we will look. I've been pretty busy and I have to keep today pretty quick because we're going to go to my mom's for Thanksgiving today. I've got a couple of things I want to pack up for her, and if you guys want to hang out while we do that, we can do that together. Otherwise, we're going to look at rocks and some glass cabs that I whipped out the other day. I've got a rock in the saw right now. It looks like gray chert. It's kind of fun. Okay, let's see if we got that halfway up there anyway. That works for me. Okay, and one more quick second. I'm going to run over and grab the slab bucket. I put all of my ends and slabs and things into a little kitty litter thing, and then I get it out of the kitty litter and put it all into another container before I go wash it. And so we'll look at some of those. I haven't even looked at them yet, like the gray chert that's in the saw right now. I haven't really looked at the end cut that I took off of it the other day. So we'll have a look together. Well, let me go grab that really quick. Let me open that curtain too while I'm over here. Okay, I'm going to put a little water on these, soap and water on these. Get them ready for us to look at when we get to that. Ooh, I think it might be okay, guys. I mean, I wasn't overly delighted with it, but somebody might be, so I'll probably take another cut, at least maybe two, keep cutting on it a little bit. Okay, should we jump right into the rocks, you guys? I think we ought to end the cabs. Hello, Daniel. Good morning. Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. We're halfway through our week. No hurry to get through the end. Most everybody, I think, gets a little break, hopefully. Hey, Rufo. Hi, Mom. Tell Mom I said hi. It's a mom kind of day. I'm going to go see my mom today, too. As soon as my kids are done, we're all gonna meet up over there. Let's see. I'm gonna just dump them out. All right. I missed some stuff. Let's see. And AZ Rockhound's here. Wow. Hello. Welcome. I don't know if the chert that I have would be very good for flint knapping. It's pretty fractured. In fact, I don't even truly know if it's chert, but it seems like for example, this rock, there's quite a few fractures in this rock. And even I wasn't sure that this would even hold together in the saw. Oops. There we go. I was afraid a little bit that it would just like disintegrate, just blow up, little chunks everywhere. Honestly, got my heart pumping a little bit. I was a little afraid. You just never know. I mean, you hit a rock that isn't hard enough to cut and it could just cause a disaster inside your saw. So I was holding my breath and my heart was pumping. But the chert that's in the saw right now, or presumably chert, is also quite fractured up like this. And so I don't know if it'd be good for knapping. All right. There's all kinds of folks in here. Let's have a look at some of this stuff. We have to do the thing, Oh, I don't have all my lights on. I don't have, like I say, my little chat box where I read all the chat. Everything is just awry this morning. So we're going to do the best we can anyway. Sorry, really bouncy. And then my phone never believes me that I really do want to turn it around. Makes me push it twice. Every time. All right, come on now, wobbly little tripod. And also, let's not hit any buttons that we mean to not hit. How about right about there? How about that? I love the blue pieces. I mean, we've all seen a piece of that old pottery, right? That old blue pottery. I could have probably done a little bit better job shaping on this one, but at some point in time, it just gets real hard to see through your safety glasses. And I wear a mask when I'm doing this, and it fogs my glasses up. And I wear gloves when I do this, so I can't, tactily feel the edges of these. So I probably could have done a little bit better job on this one, and I might take it back and clean it up. I will probably, but this one I'm mostly happy with. I wish that it wasn't quite so dirty looking on the other side, but it is like 100 years old, and it did come out of an old dump, old glass and trash dump. So, taking something that was old and discarded and turning it into something beautiful, we'll put a nice wire wrap on those. In fact, this shape that it has, I'm actually quite delighted about that because it's going to make wire wrapping this piece like such a treat, something different, a little different. We could do something super fun with that. This one also I need to do some more work on. I wasn't done with this one, but the cabbing machine ripped this one right out of my hand and threw it to the back of the machine. So I'm actually really glad that it didn't break. I wasn't done with it either, but I had to shut the machine off to reach down in there and get it. And once I had it off, I was like, now's as good a time as any to take a break. But I am excited to get this piece finished. It's gonna be really fun, really pretty. That'll make a nice piece of jewelry. What else? This one does. And I don't know if that's like a gold paint or if it's like gold plated, but it's pretty. I like the gold color. And then the other side, it was chipped, but I'd like to save as much of that front as I could. So I went ahead and just kind of made that into part of the shape. The nice thing about like freeform little glass cabs is there is no rule. The blue ceramic stuff, yeah, probably not. This stuff has a name and people collect it, and the gold. people collect that blue stuff, so I have a funny feeling those will be desirable cabs. I like these. I like this color. It's just super mellow. It is not UV glass or uranium glass or anything like that. I like these little pieces. I do like the blue too. I think we've got probably this is one piece and maybe this another. I'm not sure they're the same blue container, but I have done pieces out of this blue before with the lines on it, and I love it. Love it. And that one obviously was piece of a lid, bottle top. And we just cabbed it on out, little teardrop shaped one. I might take these to Mom's with me today, and if she decides to take a nap or anything, which Mom tends to do, that one's something on it. Then I might take a minute to go ahead and wire wrap while she snoozes. Kind of an odd piece, but I thought, hey, it might make a neat pendant. Hi, 775, welcome. You guys are cracking me up. I love this little cutie. That was actually kind of a harder cab to pull because it was so small, hard to keep a hold of, and that's why I wear gloves, is so I don't grind my fingertips off. My fingers are always in such rough shape. I don't need to beat them up any more than I already do. But I do like it. It's dainty. So we went through those pretty quick. I didn't do any more uranium glass. I didn't want to totally clean the machine when I was done, which I do when I cut uranium glass. I get all of that out of there, out of my house. All right, let's look at, well, let's see. Let's do the bubblegum rock first. You guys remember me showing you the bubblegum rock? It was a great big chonky thing. And we could only see just a little tiny peak of this rock. Let's go ahead and come back out now. Sorry about that, you guys. That was, oh my goodness. There we go. All we could see was this crust. And I think Kate and Theo have talked together about this nasty stuff. It won't come off with acid. I've thought, well, if acid won't do it, maybe a base. Well, no, a base won't take it off either. If you can chip it off, and I think Theo finally, like I say, was having a discussion with Kate one day that pretty much the only way to get that junk off your rock, sorry, I thought I heard something, is to tumble it off or scrub it with a wire brush, but then you're going to get, wire brush on your rock too. So we could see just a little peek into this rock. And I thought it kind of looked like a big old piece of chewed up bubble gum. Kind of pink blue kind of colors to it. And so I named it the bubblegum rock. So we put the new Covington blade on the saw and I let her rip. I think it's probably a piece of granite. It's got quite a bit of feldspar in it. Chubby Hubby and Bear, they always get into equipment conversations in my chat. I love it. It's a great way to get sidetracked. Anyway, the blue kind of color did carry on through here. Also, so did that pink. There's a little bit of what almost kind of looks purple. Of course, blue and pink would make a purple color. So, bubblegum rock it is. Anyway, it's pretty. I like it. Excuse me. it was, like I say, quite a large rock, so I was able to get lots of little deli slices out of it. You can still see, even though it's been through the jaws of the saw, it still has that crust on it. But, you know, not the most dazzling rock I've ever cut, especially compared to the wild luck that I had last week. Woof, with that galaxy looking rock. But I liked it enough to keep going. And figured it, you know, you can never have too much slab material. Even if it isn't going to make, pardon me, I do think I'm getting my kid's cold. I think I can thank him for that. Even if it's not going to make beautiful jewelry, sometimes you have projects. I remember, like, on the Maker's Challenge a while back, I can't remember which maker it was. She made a topographical map, so all of the, you know, different heights and layers in her state were represented by a different color slab. You might need pieces for something like that, even. So I kept cutting. I figured you can never have too much slab material. It might be just exactly what you need for a project someday. There's a big old blue chunk up in that corner. I'm not sure it looks blue to the camera today, but it sure does to my eye. Look at the other side real quick. I love the big, like, flashy feldspar pieces in here. They're quite fascinating in hand. You know, Bear, that might be just what a guy like you needs to beat the hibernation blues. Some new lapidary equipment. This is another one that, you know, we looked at this earlier, and like I said, I was super afraid because this is such a chonky conglomerate, and some of the slabs that I got out of this did crack and break. Like, you were able to forcibly break off, you know, chunks off the edge and stuff. So again, it might not be great for jewelry, but you just never know what kind of project you might have going on where having a piece of, you know, that color, that texture, that whatever might be really handy. Again, this turned out, you know, fairly blue in hand with all of the, you know, white and black, and it's got some feldspar flash when you get it out into the natural light. I wonder if I put this dumb kitchen light on it a little better. There I see a piece right in the middle. Oh, why is my focus so goofy? So, you know, I figured let's go ahead and have a couple pieces of that. I've got another couple pieces of that. Let me get into the bucket really quick. And get some of the oil scrubbed off of these. All right, it's soaking wet still, kind of still covered in oil. It's okay. So like I say, this was risky to put through the saw. Look, that piece wants to come off right now. And probably this piece below it too. Oh yeah. But there's what's left of that big chunk. And it's a pretty rock. I like it. It's just not the best for lapidary, but, you know, looking at the outside of this rock, I was like, gee, I wonder what it looks like on the inside. Of course, that's half of what compels us to do some of this cutting, right? Is what does this rock look like on the inside? What's going on in there? And I've answered that question, right? There we go. Oh yeah, then there was the ugly rock. We'll talk about the ugly rock too, because Just because I think it's ugly doesn't mean everybody does. There's what's left of the bubblegum rock. Oh, there's still a big chunk of that left too. I didn't realize there was so much of that left. And all right. Okay, let's look at the ugly rock real quick. I could see just this little bit. Set that right there. And it looks like, you know, pinks and things like that might be going on in there. White, pink. And then, of course, the whole rest of it was covered in the scum that won't come off. So curiosity got the best of me. What's inside here? It is not pink. It is not creamy color. It is just kind of gray. Just kind of gray, guys. Yeah, I didn't love that one. That was a little end that I cut off. I took a slice out of him just to be sure that nothing more exciting was going on, but no, that's it. That is it. Here's one more chunk of the conglomerate. Yeah, well, and it's like a box of chocolates. You just never know what you're gonna get. And this is the one that is in the saw right now. So like I say, it's chunky, you know, it could fracture, it could explode in my sauce. I'm not familiar with this material. It seems really hard, but what if a big chunk of this breaks off and binds up down in the between the blade and the carriage? I mean, it makes me hold my breath to cut stuff that looks as brittle as this looks. I'm not terribly disappointed in it. It's kind of cool. It's not loads different than the last one, except it's got a little bit more variety. It's got a little more of the lighter colors versus the darker colors. So I'll probably go ahead and cut some more of that. Holding my breath maybe the entire time. It's possible. I noticed something interesting. I'm going to go ahead and turn you guys around and we can visit. I noticed something interesting the other day. I've rigged up a vent system for my saw so that I don't have to wait for all of the oil particulates to settle before I can open it up and move it over and make another cut, or open it up and look at the rock that I just cut. And sorry, my hand. The problem that's creating is that, sure, I'm getting rid of all of the vapor, which I don't want dripping down my walls at the end of the winter. I'm getting rid of all of that. And then I'm hoisting the lid open and I'm getting in there, and all of the oil that's up on the top of the lid is running to the back of the lid and then running down the back of the saw. And it's running out the corners, dripping, and it's running down the legs of the table that the saw is setting on. So I got some of those little slipper feet that you put underneath the furniture to help it move. And I'm just going to use this as an example. They're shaped a lot like and about the same size as this lid. They're not as deep, maybe only to the first line, but then they're full of like squishy foam stuff, okay? And all four legs of this table are sitting in these little movie scooty feet things, little, furniture sliders. And I noticed the other day that, man, that 1 foot of that saw, that whole little slider thing, it's almost full of oil. Like, what in the world is going on? And I dabbed some of it up with a towel. And then, like I say, I got to investigating and was like, oh, I've solved one problem. I'm ventilating the hood. I'm getting all of the, vapors out of the hood, but I still have to wait. I still have to wait for all that oil to drip down off the top, or be quick about it, but I did not realize for, the last week, 2 weeks that I've been cutting that so much oil is running off the hood. I knew it was dripping. I'd see it dripping right at the front, and I'm like, oh, well, drip on my arm. And I'm fairly certain that this mop on top was getting into it once in a while, but it's probably good for my hair. So I just paid it no mind. But yeah, it darn near caused a mess down there. But only by accident did I have it set up so that it would catch it all. I mean, like, that scooty foot thing, like, I'd like to write that company a letter and tell them how handy those little feet were in this moment. Catching all the oil, like literally the oil is running down the leg of the table right into that little scooty foot thing. So, and that's great. I mean, I don't give a crap about that. I think I got them on sale at Harbor Freight for like $3 or $4 for the whole set of them. So if they get all full of oil and kind of weird and I have to replace those, that's nothing compared to having to replace my hardwood floor because I had a unnoticed oil leak dripping. I've got a lot of cardboard and an extra little bit of linoleum that's just set on the floor to help protect the hardwood floor from any kind of spilled oil, but still, it was holding it like a cup. Like I was dapping it out of there with a paper towel, thinking, how in the heck did all this oil get down here? And then, like I say, upon further investigation, I was like, I think I see now how this is happening. I'm impatient and it's running down the saw and it's running now down the legs of this table. And so I knew it was going to be a messy thing to put in my living room. And it's okay. Puppy pads, huh? That's not terrible, except that there's an abundance of cardboard at work. So I can replace that for free. Puppy pads aren't free. So yeah, and like I say, the little feet, they're doing a great job catching it. So I'm going to let it kind of be like that for a minute and let the oil that's already kind of running down the bottom of the saw, I'm going to let it kind of continue to before I worry about, replacing those little slider pads or anything drastic. Right now, they're doing a good job doing what they're doing. Excuse me. And like I say, well, hopefully that I start to mitigate that a little bit now, and it gets to be less and less until it's all done dripping down there and I can kind of clean it up a little better then. Now I'm just kind of like, I'm kind of done using this towel on my hands, so let's see what kind of oil needs wiped off of. Right now I'm just kind of haphazardly cleaning it as I go, and so I will pay that some attention when I figure out how to limit that a little more and not have that issue. Tales of the rock hound and her rock saw. Like, so I didn't know I was dripping oil all over the place, and because I'm impatient. So, but yeah, obviously I'm loving my saw. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying getting to share the adventures with you, whether it's a dud or a crumbly thing. And I'm honest with you guys. I'm like, I'm holding my breath over here. This could be a catastrophe. I'm really taking a risk, but it turned out okay. And, it's not just like I go over to the saw and it's the same thing every time. I think it's, sometimes I'm holding my breath. Sometimes it takes my breath away. Holy cow, that's stunningly beautiful. And other times I'm just like, what the? I really thought you'd be different. Is there a use for you? I'm sure there is, but is it me? Maybe not me. Maybe somebody else. Oil, soak the oil. Great. Yeah, exactly. The fireplace is right there, and I drop a few in every once in a while. I try not to put too much in there because it smells, but Yeah, they did start a fire real great. Um, yeah, what else is going on? Oh, I gotta get some stuff ready for mom. You guys, we can hang out while I do that. I gotta just round up. She wants some batteries. It's funny, my mom's asking for batteries. My kids ask for batteries. She wants some batteries because all of her like string lights and things, she's got some little battery operated lights and stuff, and so she's burning through batteries in there. And I buy batteries by the like brick case because of the kids. And so she's like, I know you've got batteries, bring me some. So we'll get her some batteries. And then she's sad because her hot tub doesn't work right now. It's got a leak in it, and it's going to be a little bit of a chore to fix it. So she is in like hot tub withdrawal, like hot tub deprivation. And she's okay with the bath now. The first time she took a bath in the house, she was like, oh, I miss the stars and I can't see the stars and it's sad in here. And so I think I might have a couple solutions for her. I told her I bought a bunch of Epsom salts the other day, and she was like, oh, that sounds lovely. So I want to get her some Epsom salts, so she doesn't have to buy all 10 bags that I bought. I'll just give her a bath's worth out of each one, and she can decide if she likes them. Plus, I think old mom might need to have some Prairie Girl Rocks bath bombs too. I don't think she's tried them yet. She wouldn't have tried them either if she had her hot tub up and running. So all is fair. That's why she would have never taken a bath in her tub, and you wouldn't put a bath bomb in a hot tub, especially not one with as much oils and stuff in it as that. But yeah, anyway, so it was her birthday, November 4th. Oh, hey, doggies. Welcome back. Glad you joined us. It was her birthday, November 4th. So I'm going to get her together some birthday stuff. Like I say, if you guys want to stay and chat with me, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, it's just that, and I got to head down the road. We got a turkey to cook today. We're doing our Thanksgiving today. Oh. Was that for me, Jeff? Let me look really quick. Oh, Chubby Hubby. Oh, it's between the boys. Okay, good. The boys are chatting. I'm not entirely sure what the boys are chatting about. Machinery of some kind, I know that. I'm seeing things like bearings and bushings and words like that in the chat. So let's see. I'm gonna go grab I got an extra bags. Oh, Jeff, I didn't get them. You can message me, or I will go back and look. Also, it's been driving me absolutely insane, Jeff. I cannot tell you how many hours I have spent looking. I'm usually like a rock prodigy. Like, I know exactly where my rocks are. Any rock. Like, I could go pull a rock from almost anywhere. I'm pretty like a savant like that. But I made those 2 cabs out of that agate, that Kentucky agate that you sent me, Jeff. And I want to send them to you and Vicky so that she can try some wire wrapping on it. And I cannot for the life of me say, I can't find them. And I cannot even begin to tell you how many hours I have spent just ripping through drawers and boxes and containers going, where in the heck are they? I remember the very last time I saw them, I was getting stuff ready for the show, for a sale here. And I remember saying, those are not for sale. Those are for Jeff and Vicky. And I put them aside. But where? I don't know. It's driving me insane. So I want to get you guys a package out. So make sure that, Jeff, that I have your new address. Let me see how much of this stuff that they say you're supposed to use. Make sure I have your new address so I can get that to you. At least 2 cups. Holy shoot. That's a lot. my goodness, I don't think 2 cups is gonna fit in here. Mom might have to just settle for like a half bath. She might have to have a half bath on each one of these. Anyway, it'll be enough. I think that she'll know if she likes it or not. Is that really the biggest bag I have? I don't think so. Sorry, I'll be right back. Yep, just a smidge. Crinkle, crinkle, noise. Yeah, anyway, I got a package for Jeff that I'm making. I've got a package for Soul that I'm making. And there's a little one for Sonia. Rufo already got his. I had to send Rufo's ready or not, because if I didn't, I was going to keep eyeballing his side of that agate. So like, I could have added some more stuff to his, but also same note, I couldn't because I had to get it the heck out of here before I cut it some more, and I wanted to give it to him, not cut it. And the more I looked at it, the more I was like, oh, but just a little piece here. No one would know. All right, let's see. This one is lemon balm. Oh, that sounds like my kids. Nope, my neighbor. Anyway. Oh, it smells good in here today, you guys. Yeah, this one smells like lemon balm. Let's see, there's got to be a better way to do this. I'm not spilling it everywhere. I still spilled it everywhere. Oh my gosh. It's gonna smell good in the kitchen for a while. Oh man, I'm gonna be smelling so good at Thanksgiving. Everybody's gonna want to eat me. All right, let's see. Ooh, man. And then we gotta rinse this thing out so that the next one doesn't smell like lemon balm and whatever the next one is. So yeah, we're gonna go over to Mom's. I got the turkey. We're gonna build turkey and taters and fresh cranberries instead of the canned stuff, just because it's not a whole lot taste difference. Texturally it's a little different. Ooh. But it sure does smell good in the house when you're cooking real cranberries. So we tend to do that. You're already dedicated to kitchen duty. You might as well make the house amazing with some homemade cranberries. And of course, pumpkin pie. That's on the agenda too. And did I say taters? Taters and gravy. I'm looking forward to some taters and gravy later. And then we'll hang out and we'll play some cards. My kids are little pinochle sharks. And my youngest brother was up a couple weeks ago when we were playing pinochle. It didn't matter what team I was on, I was losing. It didn't matter if I played with my oldest son or my youngest son. It just didn't matter. I lost. But each time we switched partners, they shot the moon and did it. And then so I was like, can I just like gracefully forfeit tonight? Will anybody let me just bow out tonight? You guys are slaughtering me. It was fun though. We get a little rowdy when we play cards. We tend to use language. Black elderberry. This is one of my favorites. This one smells really good. What are you guys all doing for the turkey day? Staying home? Going to see family? Hiding under your bed with your tinfoil helmet? What you guys doing? Lurking in someone's life? All good options. Look, I haven't even opened this one. I'll get some for Mom. Ooh. Boy, you guys, I wasn't kidding. This smells good. My channel doesn't always stink. Sometimes it smells good. Soul is crappy. Now I'm hungry. I'm sorry, Bear. If I could send you some, sure would. Doing all of those things. Yeah, let us all be in a food coma later, right? And like I say, we'll get all ridiculously full and then yell at each other over a game of cards. And Soul is crafting this. Like I say, I might try to sneak a little of that in. There's a show here in town on Wednesday of this coming, so exactly a week from today. And I would like to get there. Well, I'm going to. I've reserved a spot. 3? Is that all there was of those? I thought there was 4 of those. Oh, there is. The other one I used this morning. Anyway, I've reserved a spot. So, yeah. Trying to get ready for that. I might try to sneak a little bit of wire wrapping in this afternoon while the turkey cooks. While the turkey cooks, I might try to craft a little with you, Soul. Been making some beautiful stuff too, Soul. By the way, keep up the good work. Some of my very first, ooh, that sunbeam. It feels good, but it looks funny. So I'm going to just kind of hang here. Some of my first jewelry definitely did not look that good. Some of it still doesn't. But that's what's so neat about handmade jewelry is everybody's got their own style, finesse, soul. Everyone's got their own soul that they put into handmade jewelry, which makes it also special. And so while I look at Soul stuff and I'm like, boy, some of my first jewelry wasn't that nice. You know what though, I have a very different style. I have, very prairie girl kind of style. And Soul's jewelry really speaks to who she is too. On Tuesday. Okay. I might not be able to make it, Soul. Tuesdays I work, but if you catch me in one of those, either before or after shift times, I'd be way happy to show my support and be there. Oh, that one's not gonna, I got a little too much in that one. There we go. Yeah, make sure when you're done, Soul, that you go into the settings and change it from private to public. Or, you know, that's, if you don't want to, you don't have to. You could make me be there or be square. I missed something. Jennifer! Yeah. Jennifer rocks. And then there's 3 of these little ones I've not even been into. How many baths is Grandma going to take? I kind of imagine she would like to probably at least try those 2. Okay, those 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9 baths. She's going to have 9 baths worth of stuff here. I don't know if she'll even take 9 baths in the rest of her human existence, but she was interested. She's like, ooh, that sounds yummy. This one, cozy cashmere and cinnamon. Yeah, she'll love that. Mm-hmm. And let's see. What else do I know? What else is coming up and what's going on? Karen, her lives. I love her lives. I felt like I missed Karen because we were playing music the one weekend and then it was the podcast the next weekend. And then it just, by the time I finally got back around to Karen's lives, I was like, man, where have you been? What else is going on? I feel like I'm missing something kind of important. Oh, the Obsidian Week. There we go. Thanks, everyone, for reminding me about the Obsidian Challenge. I may or may not. I've got a couple of really, actually, beautiful pieces of obsidian. The one I like to leave up in the window, and then that one I just recently acquired. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not sure that I'm overly fond of that one. If she likes that, she might get the whole bag. I've got a, there's a fly in here. Gross. He was slow and stupid and I squished him with my finger. Yuck. I've got a couple pieces of obsidian. One that I just recently acquired at that auction and one that I got from my friend Still. And they're both very nice. They're both very pretty pieces. It's a little bit intimidating. Never worked obsidian. I've heard it's kind of a tricky bugger to polish. I remember watching one of Karen's lives. Oh gosh, it might have even been like a year ago now already, pushing a year at least. And she was, it wasn't her live, it was a podcast. And she was talking about polishing obsidian and it was the words of wisdom. And she was like, safety first, especially when you're polishing obsidian. Because if you let go of that obsidian on the flat lap and it was like, and that was like all she had to say. And I know it's sick and I shouldn't laugh, but I did laugh. I was like, can you imagine? Like, safety first. I mean, people have used it as tools and arrowheads for years. Let's not make a projectile on accident on our flat lap. I thought that was funny. Anyway, I don't mind that. That's nice. That would probably forever stick with me, and I don't know if I'll even be able to polish obsidian with a straight face and not laugh about the possibility of it becoming a spontaneous projectile. Unplanned spontaneous projectile. Yeah, you know. All right. I shouldn't laugh. It's not funny, but it is. They do, right? Like, oh man, what prehistoric peoples would have given for such technology, huh? Come Coming soon to a lapidary club near you. Flat lap flint launching. Do you go for distance or do you go for aim? Or do you play a game of each? Round 1 is distance. Round 2 is aim. Can you hit a target? Oh, that's you guys. I gotta tell you. I think I had an idea, Bear. Oh. The flat lap Olympics, like, heck yeah. And we're not using it in the way it was intended to at all. We are gonna play round 1 for distance and round 2 for aim. Can you hit a target? How far can you launch it? Can you hit a target? Okay. I think that's Mom's batteries and her. Oh, it smells so good in here. It smells so good. Oh, I gotta get her some Prairie Girl Rocks bath bombs too, because like I say, she would have never sat in a bath and enjoyed a bath until her hot tub sprung a leak. So in the meantime, until we can get her hot tub up and fixed, there's a little TLC for Mom for her birthday. Let me grab some of that other stuff. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how you buy batteries. This is a brick of double A's. I can't remember how many of these we got. Like, no joke. Double A's all the way. Double layered, double A's all the way through. That's what Mom wants. That's what Mom gets. I know you've got batteries. Bring me some. Somebody said something about obsidian to the jugular. I gotta read it. I gotta read it. Hang on. You guys are cracking me up. So, Mom's getting batteries and bath bombs because what Mom wants is, that's within asking. I love my mom. I can spoil her a little bit. I'm late, but I'm gonna do it anyway. See what I mean? Is anybody going to be able to do their obsidian project and not be chuckling in the back of their head? I don't know if I'm going to, guys. If I'm going to get time. If I'm going to get time to even do the challenge. Those smell so stinking good. Let's see. We'll find her one that's just maybe not quite as... Is there any that's got lots of broken edges or anything on it, or just doesn't look quite as sellable? You guys are missing out if you don't have some Prairie Girl Rocks bath bombs. I mean, like I say, not everybody likes a bath. So if that's not your thing, then never mind. But if you are missing out, oh, let me tell you what you're missing out on. They smell delightful. They really do smell wonderful. If I do say so myself. Oh my goodness, yes. Yes, that is wonderful. Better than any of them things I bought at the store, I'm not gonna lie. I like that the best. Okay, it's not a birthday gift bag, but I don't think she cares about what the bag looks like. She cares about the, that I put inside of it. Let's grab these cabs too. All right, Soul. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Thanks for stopping in. I'm just about done here too. Drop those in there. That'll be a safe place for those. I'm about to start rounding up my turkey and my cranberries and all of that good stuff. I'm getting ready to head west. Oh. So yeah, I will be back this evening. Kids don't have school tomorrow, so if I feel like staying up late and cutting rocks, I can. We got meteorite meeting tonight. It's just a casual hangout, kind of low key. We don't expect everybody to be able to show up when it's, family time, night before Thanksgiving, but I'll probably dial in even though I'll still be over in Cup Inc. Say hello. I probably won't be able to pay attention for crap, but I'll probably tune in and say hi to everybody really quick. And then Saturday, we're having a little meteorite hangout. And we don't usually on Saturday, but it's kind of a special little thing going on. And then back to it, podcast, I think, this weekend. Kyle's stuff, Soul said maybe on Tuesday, check her out. And on Wednesday, I will try to do a live next Wednesday, but I think I'll also be really cramming and jamming and getting ready for the sale. So that might be all we're doing. Is kind of like today where I was just kind of gathering up stuff to take to Mom's and hanging out while, Chubby Hubby and Bear visited about equipment. And, we all just got to say happy Thanksgiving to each other. Really low-key hangout here this morning. Coffee and rock chai. I haven't even had a sip of my coffee because I don't know where I left it. I think it's in the living room. But anyway, just really low-key. It might kind of feel a little bit like that again next week. So, I'll be one jealous camper if Bear got a Cab King. I send you my stuff and you can cab it for me. Just kidding. Anyway, yeah, that's what I've got going on. Like I say, I may try to sneak a little bit of wire wrapping in this afternoon, finish up a couple more things for the sale on Wednesday. So thank you guys for hanging out. I hope you're having an extra awesome week. I hope you're spending a little bit of time with loved ones or may the food make your belly happy this week. And thanks for hanging out, and do the thing. Go out, like somebody's video, leave a nice comment, do all of that stuff. Yeah, I'm thankful today for having my rock family here. You guys mean a lot to me, and I'm thankful also for my real family, and I hope that they wore all their card luck out the last time we played, and I get to win a little tonight. Yes, stay safe, stay warm, all of that stuff. Yes. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Bear. Thank you, Rufo. Thank you, Soul. Thank you, Chubby Hubby. 775 was in for just a second. I'm missing somebody, but I know I said hello to that somebody. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, thanks for joining me, Chubby Hubby. You're always welcome. Come on over. Always a good time for some coffee and some rocks. So, anyway, I'm going to keep cutting, and I'm excited to share with you guys again in the future what we got going on. And so, thanks again, guys. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Pretty rocks out on the prairie. Pretty rocks are everywhere. Pretty rocks for us to look at. Pretty rocks are everywhere. There's a pink one and a blue one and a green one and a yellow one, and they all are very pretty, and they all are everywhere. Thanks, guys. I'm thankful for you guys, yes, and pretty rocks. May your Obsidian Challenge week be safe and projectile free. Bye, everyone.